Well, auction season is over for the season. There may be a couple auctions in between, but it's pretty well April where it starts up again. I've got to reflect on our red power this year at auctions in this video. The vintage red power, and there's quite a bit. Nothing compared to John Deere. There are a pile of 2-cylinders. His entire collections went this year, but we still have some good red power, so let's see what sold this year. Here's a 1020. I don't know what year this one is. It's still a gray one. Like, these were built till about 39. I think these are about the longest running production tractor IH made, next to the Coven 140. It's got the flat belt on it yet. The 1020's got changed up over time, just like anything else, but the later 1930s 1020s were completely different than this, but it's got a muffler on it and everything. KC 117322, I don't know what year that would be. It's got full steel on it. It's a nice little tractor, it really is. It's done up nice and stuff. It's got an American Bosch magneto. I think the correct magneto would be the E4A. International on this one, this old. But there's a nice 1020 for somebody. Here's a 1530. You can tell a 1530 because of the flat belt and no water pump. This one's parts or project tractor. It's actually not, what's on it isn't bad. 93,568. It's got the magneto on it yet. Here's a Farmall F-14. It's got, looks like new rubber all the way around it too. And they're good, they took care of cover them. It's got this one, the block's been frozen, they fixed it, but well, it runs good. It's got tires on it, row crop radial, so these are little radial tires. 230 95 R40, so that's probably all they could get. Yeah, these are 3x4 bore and stroke like a Farmall A, but they're built a little different than the, of course, they're a different engine completely. It's nice to see the new rubber on, but these are not that common around here. They just aren't. I've only seen another couple of these, but there's this one's got the shutters on it. Nice little tractor, it really is. Here's a little T20 International, looks really good. It's a really nice street tractor. 1939 T20, serial number 5T15072. Okay. These pads are actually offset on this thing. They're wider to one side than the other. Look at that. I think that could be for PTO or something on this lever here. Undercarriage, the rails are definitely down, but it's got, at least it's, run. They did the seat and everything in it, on it. This one's got a PTO on and everything. Nice little tractor. It's a very nicely restored little T20. Here's a Farmall A, and this one's early. It does not have a hole for a starter. This one's never had electrical on it. It says 33713, so it must be a 40. I think it could be the 39, but I don't. And it's not, it's a 40. But this one's even got the switch on the magneto, the kill switch mounted to the magneto, so makes it really early. It's missing the grill and hood, but the Farmall A. I might put a few bucks on it, who knows. It's not seized. It isn't a bad little tractor, it really isn't. I like Farmall A's. I really want a Super with touch control, but oh well, it'll come. So there you go. There's a Farmall Super A, and it's got new rubber all the way around. The grill's a bit rough. At least it's got one, not like my not like my Farmall A. But yeah, it's a nice tractor. You can tell a Super with the you can tell a Super from a regular A with the dash, because it's got the almost like a C dash on it, and the regular A has like your Farmall H dash. It's got the proper drawbar and stuff on it. It's a nice little tractor. They painted the rims battleship gray. It's got a oil pressure gauge, I think is missing the lens. But it's brush painted. It's not, did I call it a good restoration? No, but it's a nice little tractor all in all. I repaint it. Oh, this one's one of the first ones, 250 470, so 250,001 was the first. So, and look at there, the cast says 10 29 47. So this is casting 47. Make sure it's out of gear. Turn the switch on. Oh, we know it runs anyways. Gas is shut off, but it still runs. Yeah, 10 3 Q, I think. So this is definitely 47. I think the year would be 1948 of the tractor, because it's based on the assembly dates, but the first handful was assembled in 47. Maybe this is one of those tractors. By my record, I don't think so, but could very well be a 1947. Here's a Farmall C. This one's got a magneto, and this one does not have the touch control. Some of them were ordered without the touch control, especially the tractors that came up here. Yes, this one's actually the nicest restoration so far, actually. I like this little guy. Nice little C. Zenith carburetor. This one's a 49C. 9.5 R36, so he's got radial tires on. I gotta go around the other way to get to the back. Another nice new rubber on all the way around on this one. This is a nice little C. It's got the proper gauges on it. This is about best restoration of the bunch. Oh, this one's in gear. Pull this out. Nope. Haven't started this one. Won't. I haven't. The battery seems dead too, but it still is a nice restoration. You can see it's a good tractor. Here's a 49 Farmall C. I take their word for it. It's wide front, new tire on this side. It's nice and straight. Muffler has been welded up. It's still working, but it has been welded up. Somebody put a 12-volt generator on it and converted it to 12-volt. The lights are there. Fenders are there. Need the seat. Well, the seat pan, I think they just cut this. They just cut holes and drain holes into it. The seat pan, if you cover it up, it'll probably be okay. You can fix that. It's not broken. It does need a spring, however. Let's see. Yeah, 28,371, so it could be a 49. It has somebody put a Browning hub on the belt pulley, so you're probably running something else with it. Tires are good at the back. The 9.535s or 9.536s rather used to be really hard to get. Now you could get them again. This one's got the magneto. It's probably what it was in this area, but C's are not that common around here. So there's a nice little 49C for somebody. Here's a Farmall Super C. I don't believe this has ever been repainted. It's original. It's a nice wide front one. Cranks in it. It's loose. Got good compression too. It's got the distributor on it. Good fronts on it. Back tires are also decent. They're cracked, but they're decent. Battery box isn't in though. But look how, this is original paint. This has not been redone, except the fenders were added to it and painted. Wheels are painted, but it's still a nice tractor. Like this one's got the PTO shield on even. It's got the lights out there, it's all there. It's got the original gauges in it, I believe. These are 1036s on them. Yeah, I think all the gauges are original. Like this is a nice original tractor, you gotta appreciate that. 158 323 is the serial number. They got this advertised as a 52, but 1217X. Could be, since the castings are 52, I'd have to check because I don't know off the top of my head the brake, but when it's 1217X, that gets cast in 52. Could be early 53 because the serial numbers are based on assembly date. So there's a very nice Super C for somebody. Nice, beautiful, original Super C. Here's a W-4. She's early. Like, it's got no holes around the front like they usually do. 4240 is the serial number. The battery plate's missing, but there's a starter in it, but nothing else that indicates that it's electric start. The rest of the starting system's gone. It's got the old style PTO. It's actually fairly straight. The fenders aren't that bad on these fenders are usually a problem. Pulleys rod out. It's a nice W-4. They say the engine sees though in their description, so we'll believe that, I guess. Here's another W-4. This one is a later one. The grill's a little rough. Headlights are missing. 28,679, so this is a 51. The rest of the tractor's fairly good. This fender's bent though. W-4s, it's really hard to find fenders there straight, and I don't know why, but that's just the way they are. Rubber's not terrible on them. 14,926, this one's got the pulley. It's missing the coil off the distributor though, so I don't know what gives there. I looked at the block in 228B, what gives there. C169, somebody put a 300 engine in this tractor, so here's a W-4 with a 300 engine, so there you go. Here's a W-4. This one is about somebody put these lights on here. There's not the proper brackets and stuff for it. The proper brackets on these tractors mount up front on this. The first ones to mount in here, with this bolt being the this bolt was one of the bolts on it, and it was mounted to the radiator. The first ones, I think, of the 4s or 49s, they did that too. The 4s are the last ones they did that with. Brand new tire on this side and at front and back. Serial number is 10666, so this is a 44 like mine. Mine's 10839. It's a nice looking little tractor. I don't know what they did with the light bracket here. It's light bracket is an IH one, but wonder if that was, I guess the regular W4 light bracket's bolt in here, and this one is IH, but it's mounted higher. Haven't seen one like that. I don't know if that was added on or if that was an option, but it's neat. Nice looking old tractor. Somebody changed the steering wheel at one time. This tire is older, but it's still holding the air. It's got the belt pulling stuff. I'm gonna pull the cap off the exhaust. I will put it back because I don't like leaving him open. Turn the gas on. I think he's got shut off. No, maybe not. I don't know if that's on or off, but I'll see if this one starts as good as mine for the heck of it. It's not starting at all. I'll cover this. Battery's acting completely dead, although it is a new battery in there. Something not right with it, but I'm pretty sure it would run. So there you go. Here's a W4. Looks a little later. What's the serial number on it? 26947. So this is the 1950, they say 2694, they missed the 7, but it's not that old, it's newer than that. It's not bad, it's heavily modified though. They put Wheatland power steering or something like that on it. And they made a different dash on it and stuff. Rubber's cracked a little bit, but it's cracked quite a bit. They built a 3-point hitch setup on it. And apparently they cut the platform up for it. They must have put something that they must have reinforced it underneath. Oh, they cut the angles a bit, but it's not terrible. But they heavily modified W4. Fenders are bent a little bit, but that's typical W4. They always are. And don't know why 4 fenders are so bad, but they are. This tire is cracked enough too, like it's it'll run, but they're not perfect. They mounted the regulator out there. Got the pulley gear. Yeah, 1957 13T makes it a 1950. That's got wrong lights and stuff. To put this tractor right would take a lot of work, but it is very functional the way it is though. Here's the Farmall M. This looks pretty nice. It's got the distributor. This is the later M. It's got the pulley on it. It's got these fenders you can get up for them. These are those ones that were made in Manitoba. Tractor's pretty much all there except for backlight. Left end gear, I don't care for that much. 1238s and they're good. 284, 984, so this is a 51 or 52. It's got a homemade hydraulic system on it. They managed to put a double pulley on it. That's kind of neat. The tires are good on the back, where this tire is real good. So this is a good tractor. I think this is a very nice Farmall M. It's nice and straight and all there. You can't go wrong with that. Here's a Farmall M. This is 1944, I believe is what it's advertised as. We'll confirm that. I don't know what happened here. I think these bolts actually chewed the grill out, but other than that, the grill's nice and straight, the hood's nice and straight. But with a distillate manifold, you don't see this heat shield anymore. It's very rare to find one like with one of those. It's a pretty decent tractor, I'd say. It's got the headlights on it. This would be a Warriors tractor, so that points towards the 44. Looks like it had weights and they took the weights off the wheels after they put paint on it. Somebody put, I think, a W-6 drawbar on it. But it's got one anyways. It's got the original IHCM meter. It's kind of neat. It's got these fenders that I keep telling about that this tire's tired. It's smiling pretty good at you. It's got a belt pulley on it. The small pulley, it's a little small for an M. It does have a Fairbanks Morris mag. You'd have to I'd put the proper one on if I bought it. Yeah, 1219 yen, so it could even be a 45 because yen is 44. But when you get casting numbers that late high up, it could be assembled in 45. It's missing the belt pulley control, but it's a real nice tractor. Let's see if it's stuck or not. Yeah, no, it's not seized. In fact, it's got a battery in it. I'll turn the gas on. If the gas is shut off, that tells me something too. Make sure it's in neutral. Give her some. She's a runner. We need a carb cleaning as I got the choke on pretty good on it, but she's a runner. There you go. Because the gas is shut off, I'm gonna make sure I take the car and shut it off again. There's a nice Farmall M for somebody. Here's a Farmall M. Real nice straight tractor too. This one's a newer one, 227,000, so it'd be like a 49 or something like that. See if this thing's loose. I don't care for the fact that oh, it's loose. I don't care for the fact that the exhaust is open. Doesn't seem to have a lot of compression though. Oh, like it doesn't. There, I got some there, but 227,485 X1. New tires on the back, 813 638. But why would someone go through the trouble of putting new rubber on, no battery, and leave the exhaust uncovered? I don't like that. I can't like that. It's got the PTO shield up, but it's been dinged. This has the stacked backlight with the tail light on top. Those are okay. It's got the proper fenders and stuff. This has its merits too, like it would need gauges. But the lights are all there. It's got the newer style seat. See, 417T, so it's 1950. It's got a good belt pulley on it too. Well, it'd been nice if they'd have put a battery in it though. But it is what it is. There is no generator or anything in its place. But it's a nice straight tractor though, it really is. Here's a severely modified Farmall M. Don't know what that front axle's off of, but it's got a loader of some kind that says International on it, and it's not, I don't think. It's got a magneto. This looks like an early tractor. It's got 706, 806, 1206 fenders. The Wheatland style fenders are the same on all of them. Except whether they're 708 or 12, or they could be, they cut these out, unfortunately, so you can't even use them on the original purpose again. At least it seems like it. Look at the light switch. This is an early tractor. This could be it's not a 39. The gear shift, the top lid is different on a 39. The gear shift pattern is cast in on a 39 on the lid. It's got, what are they, 1238s on these, I think. Where 13.6, yeah, 13.6 is the new size. 17,887, I think. Yeah, you see the serial tag is screwed on to its screws, so it's an early one, but it'd be 40. Be a 1940 Farmall M. You gotta do a lot of work to make this tractor right again, though. And you see, this has the right grill on. You see, it's got screws and stuff. Like, the grill is correct for the tractor. I'll have to cheat on the 39, I think, but I don't like the fact that they left the exhaust uncovered, but it hasn't been raining lately, so there you go. Here's a Farmall MD. This one's pretty decent. It's got good rubber on the front and the back. This one's, the serial plate's gone, so I could help identify the year of it. Tires are decent on the back. It's got these fenders here. Somebody built the drawbar. It looks like it probably came off a W-6 or something like that, and they welded it up and stuff, but it is what it is. I don't know if this thing runs or not. I could try and start it. Nope. A joyrider seat, and I'm not, you think I'm having fun on this thing? Things will flip you off the tractor backwards, and made for midgets, these darn joyrider seats. But I'm definitely not a midget. That double weight's on this tire's older, but it's okay. Let's see, oh, this one's got the date on it, 2348, I think. Sometimes they go with the number code on the 47s, 48s, and some don't, but the battery's dead. Generator's been changed. This is not the factory generator, and the belt's off it, but this is not the right generator for it. It's a newer generator, but it's got one. It's a nice old MD, it really is. Well, if you think this is deja vu over again, it is. This tractor was at this same sale last year too. This particular tractor. This is a Farmall Super M, and you can see with the hubs on this is not the correct front end for this tractor. Certainly doesn't have the correct hubs on. If you change the hubs, it would be. That came, but it might have been narrow front out of the box, and somebody wanted a wide front, so they put one on off another tractor on, which is okay. There again, this has got a straight Farmall M grill. The Super M's have the little IH on the front as opposed to the Farmall emblem, but it is certainly a Super M. Somebody put a battery box right here, and they made this do under the seat. If I bought this, I'd put the proper battery box on it and put the battery box under the seat. 30408J is the serial number. So this is I believe this is a stage 2 out of the box. I'm sure of it. Somebody built a battery box, and that's okay. Like, you're just running around for practical purposes, this is fine. Then they lowered the seat. I'd personally prefer it if this clutch pedal doesn't look right either. It's okay. Like, I think there it is. Just the bushing's so wore out on this clutch that's something I would fix. But that's all minor detail. This is not a bad tractor, it really isn't. It's nice and straight. The tires are well run, but they're smiling at you. They're smiling and saying hi. So they will need attention at some point. It's got a single remote on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the stage 2 because of the ignition switch being in the dash. They aren't on the stage 1. And the light bars there, although they mounted the hydraulic valve there, but it works. It's got fenders on it and stuff. This tire is more serviceable. It would run a bit. I think they'd be 14.938 or should be on Super M. This is an M&W system. They put this here. I bet you this tractor did not have hydraulics originally, and they added this to it. Like it would have had, because the tank is homemade too, so it's definitely this has got the M&W pump on it, and that's okay. So this is a nice Super M for somebody. So there you go. Here's a Farmall M. This one's got a case front. Somebody put a case front axle on this, probably toughened it up for the loader. It's got a dual loader. This is a Super M actually. This one, tires on the back are really nice. This one is the stage 2 with the battery box under the seat and the newer style controls and the switch on the starter. And 37418 is what it is, so they get 53. So it is a stage 2, but still it's got a belly pump, and that's very possible. Just because it's got a belly pump does not make it a stage 1. Tires got chains on them, and they're quite decent actually. They're chewed a bit from the chains, but they're decent. This is not a bad old tractor. Just too bad they got this stuff on here. A lot of this stuff's gotta go, but this is a nice tractor, and to have a stage 2 with a belly pump, that just isn't overly common. People had that, but when they came out with the stage 2s, the people usually ordered them with the live hydraulics, but this is factory. This is correct. Somebody used that and turned it into a brake lock, but it's got the proper valves and stuff. It's got everything you need. Just throw that ugly thing away and put a proper front end on this, and this is not a bad Super M. It really isn't. Here's a Super MD. This one's a stage 2. See, this is wrong. It should be 33323, and I think is a serial number. They stepped into 83323. That's suspicious. Maybe it's hot or something. As 83323 is not right. It's missing the water trap and stuff. It's seized solid. So it's a project tractor. Smiling rears. Needs the battery box. It does have the fenders and stuff on it. Like I guess it's a reasonably good tractor actually as far as the project goes. Like it's reasonably complete, but it needs TLC to make a good one. Can I do it? Yes. Will I do it? Probably not. We got a good one at home, and I got lots of project tractors at home I don't need anymore. But it's a good tractor for somebody, and it's a wide front. It's got the live hydraulics. It's got the proper hydraulic control. There's a lot going for this tractor actually. Here's a Super W-6, a stage 1. I don't understand why you do this. They cut the front axle off and put a truck axle up front. Front axle for a truck up front, and they cut the original off. This is a stage 1 Super W-6, 1400 is the serial number, I think 1400G. I don't know what they're thinking, but I don't know if this thing runs or not. Like the belt's awfully loose. Oh, it does turn. Yeah, it's turning. So with the turner, it'll run. It's got Firestone 16930s on it. There are some cracks, but they're not bad. Like, they're certainly good enough. It's got a loader on it, but the front axle is something that just bugs me. That's something I would address if I bought this tractor, which I probably won't, but I might. Oh, it's had the factory hydraulics. It's got the pump. Of course, they took the tank off of it, which, oh no, it didn't have the factory hydraulics. They put the factory pump on because the hydraulic tank and the linkages and stuff are all different when you go where the toolbox is. It goes underneath the toolbox, and the linkages are curved around it, around the ports. So they add the proper pump, but you'd have to put the rest of the hydraulics on to put the proper hydraulics on it. But this does bug me, but still a Super W-6, a stage 1 nonetheless, and it's not perfectly straight, but it's not terrible. You could do a lot worse. Here's a stage 1 Super W-6. The grill's missing a screen. This isn't the right. This is like what an i6 should take. I don't think this is correct. They normally have just a little IH logo up front, but it could be the original grill. It's got the flat back sealed beam. Someone made an ordinary light bulb work in there. Serial number is 3910, so this is 50 or 40 from the last stage 1 Super W6 built. The last one is 3950. Front tires are smiling at us. Like, they're not bad tread wise, but they're pretty smiley. The back tires are actually decent. Like, they're cracked a bit, but they'll run quite a while, and the tread's good on them. Somebody mounted the light up here. They should be down here, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You see, this did have hydraulics on it. You see this, on the drawbar bracket here, the hydraulics, it's built in for the hydraulic controls to cut, where the hydraulic outlets to come out there, and here's where the valve would go. So this had the hydraulics on it, and they took them off. And the fenders are actually nice and straight. The whole tractor's nice and straight. This tire, therefore, is there again serviceable. Pulley is small for a 6, and it's not small. 11-inch pulley is about right for a 6. But this would be a 1953. This tire is decent, but this would be a 1953. It's a real nice Super W6, actually. Here's a Super W6. This one's a stage 1 3538J, so it's a later stage 1. Been converted to 12 volt. To what extent it's been converted, I don't know. Let's try it. This has got a Ford type sediment bulb. I'll make sure the gas is on. It's off. Choke's right back. I don't know if the carb is plugged or not, but we'll see. I knew it would be in neutral because I know where the neutral position is, but I'm gonna unhook the battery, but the battery is boiling and stuff. It's probably no more good. I'm sure it'll be a runner with very little effort, honestly. This one's tires are tired. Front is okay, but this tire is tired. It's smiling right at you. Somebody cut the drawbar off. They put a different seat Looks like it's not a Joyrider seat, but it looks kind of like it, but it's not. This one's smiling pretty good too. There's no wheel weight on this side. I don't know if there's one. Yeah, there's no wheel weights on this tractor at all. There's the mount for the valve, so they must have had the live hydraulics and taken it off of this tractor. I don't understand why you do that. It looks something like that, but it is what it is. It's a nice old tractor, although, look at this, here's something else. Right brake is not hooked up. But it is what it is. The Super W-6 is probably a runner, but it needs lots of TLC. Here's a WD-9. They did this up. It's been repainted. Decals say McCormick IH McCormick-Deering, which I don't think this is a new enough tractor that shouldn't be. It's missing the battery boxes, but you can buy the battery boxes and use it as the battery boxes are the same as a W6. Or they're the same as an M other than the mounting on them. Yeah, it's got a U code on the box, so that make it a 51, or at least the engines have a 51. It's got the live hydraulics, brand new rubber, 16-934s on it. It's a good looking 9. It's got the proper setup for the hydraulics on too, the valve and stuff. It's missing the light switch is the only thing. It's got new gauges, but it's missing the light switch. Back light, they put it on the wrong side. It should be mounted right here is where the light should be put on, but somebody moved it on the other side. That's fine, it's their preference, right? Nice looking WD-9. Belt pulley is about 14 inches, which is about right for a 9. 822W, so they're again a 51. WDCB, I think it says 56,883 or 56,853. I think it's 56,853 this time around. So there's a WD-9. It needs wiring, but it needs rewiring. The wiring harness is gone, but it is all there. Other than the regulator's missing, but the engine, the generators actually came off a 650. It's not a 9 one. So there's a WD-9 for you. Like and there again at the 53, it should be IH McCormick. The McCormick-Deering should be dropped. The Deering should be dropped off by 51, and the front piece should be just McCormick on it. But it's still a beautiful tractor. I'm just nitpicking because I know my internationals well, but pound for pound, this is a very nice tractor. So there you go. Here's a 350 Wheatland tractor. This is actually a pretty decent little guy. Just gotta see if it's loose. It's not. I think the engine's seized in this. This one must be an early one. It's got a 6-volt battery. Most of the later 350s had 12 volt already. This one, a lot of guys do this. They cut the hole through the hood because on the 350s they sucked from the side on the gas ones. The Wheatland package has an updraft exhaust, so that is correct for it. I think this little guy is seized, but it's really nice. The rubber's on it's good. Somebody put a 3-point hitch setup. It's unfortunate that they had to butcher the platform for it, but it's got a remote on it. They just plugged that in. The fenders they didn't hurt though. It's a nice straight tractor for the most part. Like the difference between the Wheatland and the utilities is they got the full platform and the wide fenders, and this is standard, and then updraft exhaust is standard. Let's see what the serial number is on this thing if I can. 10355. It should actually be 12 volt, I think, at 10355, but I could be wrong. This is a nice little 350 Wheatland, it's just too bad it's stuck. But it's a 350 for somebody. And I assume it's stuck. Yeah, I think it is stuck. That's unfortunate, but what do you do? I don't think though it doesn't have the power assist on the steering. I'm actually fairly impressed with this little tractor. Makes me want to buy it. Well, maybe I might. Who knows? Here's a 350 Wheatland. This one's a very nice tractor. It's got complete. It's got lights on the front, the proper lights. I guess decal says Wheatland Special on it. Wish I had a tape measure. I'd measure it up and find what it is, but that's what they did. They put a decal on under the 350 on these.
Actually, we're just, what's that?
These of course have updraft exhaust on them. The air cleaner, I've never seen one they didn't put through the hood on. Apparently the torque amplifier is good on it, but it's a nice straight tractor. Platform's good. Somebody put a 3-point hitch setup on. This tire's smiling at you, but the other side's better. This one's got the auxiliary fuel tank, and look at that, it's hooked up and someone put an inline filter on it. It's 12 volt. I don't know if this has got the, like these, somebody put an alternator on it, but some of these could have a 12 volt generator on them too from the factory too as well. It's a nice little 350, it really is, so there you go. Here's a little TD9. It's got lights on, and an earlier one with the Bosch pump, although I think on the crawlers they used them later than they did on the wheel tractors. It's got the old style injection system, so it's definitely 1940s. Like the old style injectors. Injectors changed about 49.50 on these, on the 9s. But of course these Bucyrus-Erie dozers, they got cut the fenders. At least they did a nice job of it, but I don't care for these dozers much. TDCB 12056. Not sure. Oh, it's a Warriors tractor. It's got the steel gear shift knob. And of course, these are Bucyrus-Erie dozer, which is what the International used. It's nice to see all the lights are on. It's got a drawbar. It's a nice old crawler. Oh, it just says International, so I'm sure they were built by Bucyrus-Erie. That's a nice old crawler for somebody. Undercarriage looks good on this thing. Look at that. This is a nice old TD9 for somebody. And these are a good little crawler. Well, God bless you all. Please like and subscribe. Catch you at the next video.